Kim here with Lead Generation Source, and in this video I'm going to talk about Members Kit and why I like it so much. I encourage you to look at the sales page to see all of the actual features that are offered and everything else, because that does a much better job. That's the sales page, right? So what I'm going to talk about is why I'm so excited about Members Kit. And there's a couple of different reasons. One is that we've been talking a lot about email marketing. And in order to really start with email marketing, you need to have emails. And in order to get emails, you need to offer something of value to your audience. And one way to offer value to an audience is to offer them free access to a members area. Now, you can use Members Kit for free or paid. And I should side note, if you do paid, you need to do that through JVZoo. And if you've never done that, that'll be one of our bonuses that we offer, is that we will offer training on how to connect it and sell on JVZoo and the benefits and everything else. I don't know if there's training on that or not. I have not found that, but in case it's not, we will have that. If there is, we'll offer something else. So anyway, so that's that was the first part that I really liked about it, is that, look, one-time fee to get into the members area. Now I should also say this members site is so much easier to build than the member site that I have. In fact, it's going to be much prettier, and I haven't done a full one yet, but because I just wanted to show some specific features and test some stuff. But it's going to be a much prettier one. Now, with that said, this is a much more basic version than most of the member sites out there. So it's easier to use and to get started with, but eventually you'll probably want to build up to something that's a little bit more integrated, and this will work well for a lot of things. But if your end goal is to have a large membership site and offer multiple membership levels and kind of do what I'm doing on the other site, you're going to want to use a different tool. And I'm going to tell you, the tool I'm using may not be the one you want, but it's inexpensive, and that would be one way to build to that. But that's very complicated. I've shown you guys that before on some of the webinars. In order to get a membership site up, I have to build the content, I have to build the front page, I have to link all the membership things, I have to link it to the get response, I have to link it to JVZoo, I have to do all of these different links, and this is like much easier. The settings are easy, it's very simple, and you do it and you're done. So that's a great benefit to Members Kit, because a lot of people don't get started with membership sites simply because it's so convoluted and complicated. Now, I wanted to use Members Kit as a way to offer, free content, right? So, for example, you guys know that I do a lot of different. We have one on how to pick a niche. I haven't built the content out fully yet, so I haven't loaded it in there. But I was like, why should I have that separate on my site? I can just put it in. I should offer for free and have people give me their email in exchange. So I was going to do that, and I was like, I should do that as a standalone. And in order to do that, would have to be create a whole new site and everything else. Well, with Members Kit, I can do that. So that was my goal. But what I wanted to do is be able to reach out to people that have English isn't their primary language. Now you can do that with YouTube. So, and what we'll do is we'll have a whole entire strategy course. So part of our training, so we'll have a bonus training that specifically is strategy related to Members Kit. I do not know if any of it will cross over into what they offer on the coaching, because the coaching hasn't started yet. But if that's something that, we'll have some strategy and some resources that we'll add in. We'll have some PLR content, etc. And I'll list the bonuses out on this page, but you guys know I'll take care of you. But on this page, this is the Members Kit when you're signed in, and there's tutorials galore to get you here. But there's a lot of stuff they've added in, and they have to catch up on the tutorials because, they're adding great stuff to this. So that's wonderful as well. Brett Ratucky and Mike from Maine are pretty good about providing quality content, but still keeping it quality products, so they're still real simple to use. So in this one, what I did is I was testing which widgets would work and if it would work. But this is a video from a Vigeos video, which we promoted a week or two ago. And I do not know if this is still available. I don't think it is. If you're interested in doing this, you'll need to contact me, and I'll see if I can reach out to the guy and find out if he's selling it anywhere. But this particular tool, what it does is that it's a video, and it's hosted on the Amazon S3 hosting, and it integrates with Vigeos. But what it does is it lets me have it so that I can have the text automatically change to other languages. And I didn't do that with this video, but this is just a basic video that I did, and I wanted to make sure that it would embed adequately. So it is embedding with just using the HTML code. which is really nice because now what I can do is I can have people come to the page and they can either, I can do two things with this particular video. I can lock them out until they give me their email again, which would then integrate with my autoresponder, or I can even have them, click here to go to the next level or whatever. I could do, there's a lot of different strategy methods that we could do, and I have to test and see what's best. But I wanted to be able to have it so that it would change in different languages, so that when I'm providing that information, it can go out to people who don't speak English as their primary language. Now YouTube does have that capability. They can change it, the subtitles, but if you don't go in and adjust the subtitles, it doesn't necessarily translate right at all. So you have a lot of different resources, but this one makes it really nice. This particular one makes it really nice. So I wanted to be able to capture the emails and then have them go into videos where they're learning about a concept in whatever their native language is, because I think that would be more beneficial to them than having something that has just subtitles that are subpar. So that was kind of my goal on it, and I think that for the most part, whether you're providing content and you're using YouTube, which is perfectly fine, that's free for hosting, or you're using something like I'm doing, that giving that locked content where people have to provide access to it makes it more important to them. Like if you go to YouTube and you search for stuff and you find information, that's great, but a lot of it's fragmented, and the people on YouTube typically are, I don't know, the content that I've seen, you have to sift through a lot of it to find the information you're looking for. There's one guy that I follow, he will talk for 20 minutes and not say anything. I mean, I watch him, but sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this video is pointless. And they're really just pushing content out to have content, and that I don't think that's necessarily beneficial. So I like the members area because it lets you organize content together. You can put a lot of it, have 3 videos on here, boom, 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 where it's first concept, second concept, third concept, and that page is done, and then they can go on to the next page. And so I really think that this is a great entry-level members section. And I say entry-level loosely because professionals could use this easily to provide individual content to things. And it does link, like I said, it does, I may have mentioned this or not, I don't know, it links to MyMailIt, which is provided by Brett Ratecky, but it's the basic version. So there's a couple of features that you don't get with the free version you're getting, but it would still work fully, and you'd still be able to email people. It would just have like the branding on it, and you couldn't resend emails to people who don't open, which you can still resend emails to people on your list, but a lot of people don't take advantage of that feature anyway. But if you get to that point, they offer, if once you log into MyMailIt, then you have the option to go ahead and upgrade if you choose. He offers that as soon as you log into that, and it's like $60. So it's really not that bad. And I didn't get past that. That's as far as I checked. So I like this feature because it lets you offer something to them. You can create a free membership area. It doesn't have to be your content either. You don't have to create your own videos, right? You could literally just go, hey, we've compiled the 10 best videos for blah, blah, blah topic, and we've put them in this members area for you to access whenever you need to. Right, and then you can just embed the YouTube videos in the membership area, and then get access to it. So it's not like you have to use just your content. You could use other content. You can use PLR content. You could use just about anything that you can think of that you want to put in here. If you want to have an access area where you're like, okay, I want them to have to, I'm going to give them they have to enter their email, and then they can get a link, link to download the product or something. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this and to deliver information or some sort of deliverable, whether it's a video or it's a PDF or something. So there's a lot of strategy that can go into this, and I think that's where there's a huge benefit to it, where a lot of people get stuck in this whole, okay, I have to get their email address, and then I have to email them. That's great, but if you give them a members area where especially if you're updating the content, right? Let's say you're putting in, or you drip it out, so you have like 15 weeks of content there, and you're like, hey, join us. Now, if every week they're logging back in and checking for that content, then you can have an option to, and I don't have it on this page. Let's see if I exit editor. I don't necessarily need to save it, but you can come in here and you can do broadcasts, right? So broadcast messages, it says this will broadcast messages to all of your members, right? So you can send it to such and such, and it will be when they log in. So now you could have it so that when you go to include the new content and they come to check for the new content, you could promote something here. So there's monetization built straight into this, whether it's paying for the membership site or promoting a product. So for example, let's say that you guys know that I do Celtic ornaments. We just have a brand new whole, I don't even know, I have 7,000 Celtic ornament designs now. So I could be like, okay, get your weekly Celtic design or something like that from here, and they can come in and I can have a little video about it, and then they can either download it or however. But in the message, I can be like, hey, if you like this, get this ornament here, and then I can link to the listing on Amazon, the listing on Etsy, or the listing on my site. And there's a lot of different strategy with this, which is great because, that's what the whole point of what we're doing, right? We're building a business here and we're trying to make money from it. So you can do that whether you're teaching concepts, you can do affiliate sales through it. You could, which affiliate marketing, for those who don't know, is when you're selling somebody else's product and getting a percentage of it. That's like what I do with Members Kit, for example. I'm promoting Members Kit because I like it, first of all, and because I think that it's a huge value for many people, most people. In fact, I can't think of an instance where it's not a value. And I say, okay, well, I'm going to promote Members Kit because I really like it. I, of course, purchased it from somebody else. And now I'm sharing that information with you. When you purchase it, I get a percentage of the sales. So that's how affiliate marketing works. It's just kind of like a salesperson would get a commission off of selling. You're just not a salesperson dedicated to them. So that's what's nice about affiliate marketing is that you can implement, and you can do that with Amazon products. So no matter what you're doing, you can figure out a way to monetize it. So again, I don't know how much of the strategy they'll talk about because it's a live training and they haven't done it yet. So I don't know what they'll talk about. Well, we will definitely have supplemental ones that will complement that. So what we'll probably do is after they have theirs, we'll do one right after that. So if you guys don't get the $97 upgrade, so the first one is $37 or $39, then there's a $2 coupon right now to make it $37, and then the next one I think is $67 for the upsell to get unlimited, which I think 5 can be fine for some of you, but eventually as you build your businesses and you expand, I think some of you will definitely want to do unlimited. And for a one-time price, I think that's pretty good. So consider the unlimited if you are at the least bit interested in providing any type of content, whether it's yours or somebody else's. Otherwise, I think everybody should get the 5 and give it a test at least for $37 and the MyMail it built into it. It seems like it's a great value. Of course, and the second level, the Pro, you can also make membership sites for your customers. So like if other people or you have friends or family members or whatever that are like, hey, I need a membership site. I know you have one. Can you build me one? Be like, yeah, I'm going to charge you $50, but yeah, I'll build you one. And then you build it, and there you go. Now you've made some revenue that way, and you already know the system, and it's really easy. So there's a lot of different ways that you can monetize using Members Kit, especially if you go up to the Pro level. So then the next one that they offer is a 4-week live training, which is like $97. And people always ask me, well, do you recommend the training or not? And it's hard to say, yes, I do recommend the training or not if I've never seen it. But to be honest, Brett Rittucki and Mike from Maine are pretty successful at what they do, especially affiliate marketing and building their own products. So learning from them, I always like to learn from them when I have the opportunity. I don't always take up all of their offers because some of them aren't exactly in line with what I'm doing or something. But for the most part, most of the stuff that they offer, I sell quite a few of their products, and that's because they're very easy to use. So I do recommend that. And eventually, when you're ready, I would say, get the MyMail at upgrade and just email through there. The nice thing about Brett Rittucki is that he is cognizant, so he's aware of the challenges with email marketing. So he's obviously going to be working on making sure that you can reach your people and you can reach your audience, your customers, and provide that tool for them. So I of course always have my concerns with one-time payments for mail programs, not just mail it, but with mail programs, and that's only because typically mail programs that do not have a recurring revenue eventually peter out because of spammers. But in this case, because I know that Brett Rittucki is constantly pushing out new products, and he's regularly, he has money coming in from multiple projects. So I'm confident that he has the resources to support what he's doing. And with that said, then I would say I don't see why the My Mail It program wouldn't work because of that. So my normal reservations for a one-time payment don't really apply in this case. So I know I'm going to call out Alonzo specifically on that. I've told you multiple times that don't go for one-time payments, but in this one case, because it's included, I would give it a try at least. And then if and there's a bunch of them out there, I would say try. There's always MailChimp, and you can integrate, which if you go back into the memberships, you can build in other places for opt-in pages. But it does integrate specifically, like if you go into where was I at? Settings? Was it done? No, that's not what I want. Memberships, tutorials, extras, broadcasts, uploads. Yeah, I think it's when you create new. Yeah, okay, so when you create new, so you've got your My Mail It would integrate, so you can have a different list for each one. So you would put that here, it looks like, so it integrates your signups directly with your My Mail It, but they don't have any other autoresponders in here. So that would be the one thing that I'm like, okay, well, definitely give it a try. And I haven't played with My Mail It to see if maybe it integrates with other autoresponders or not. So that's the one thing that I'm like, well, if it doesn't integrate here with the other ones, then you'd have to figure out a way around that. But that doesn't, there's more strategy to that, I'm sure. And there's some questions that we can ask about that. But if nothing else, you can always export. You can go back to when people do sign up, there's got to be a way to get so you could get their information. So you can download the members, and you can always import them into your autoresponder company. So if if I'm going to keep using MailChimp, then I would want to download the members and stick them into my MailChimp one. And that's really easy to do. So again, there's a lot of different strategy that's involved in this. So of course, ours will focus on strategy. So we're going to have our main bonus will be a strategy course, I guess, and then we'll also have follow-up webinars. So every time they do a webinar, we'll do a follow-up webinar with any questions, and then we'll also have some PLR content that we'll share with you, and then I'm sure I'll come up with some other stuff in the meantime. So check out the sales page. We'll add more bonuses as we go, but I wanted to get this out to you because they do have that $2 coupon running through, I think, the rest of today. So, and this is Sunday. And then this closes down on Tuesday. I want to make sure that's very clear. This closes down on Tuesday. Now, that whether they keep offering it in the future or not, I don't know, because sometimes they will, but they'll jump the price up typically. So if you want it at this price, you definitely need to get it by Tuesday. And then I don't know if they're going to open it again or not. Sometimes they open stuff, they leave stuff open. Sometimes they don't. I've seen that happen a lot where they do not open it again for 6, 8, 12 months. So there's just, with Brett Ratucky, it's hard to know which way it's going to go. And usually the reason why it's open afterwards is because there's a reseller option. I did not see a reseller option on this one, so I don't know how it's going to work out. So I would just say if you want the $37, you have to get it by Sunday, or if you want to keep it at the $39, you need to get it before the launch closes. And that's that's Tuesday at midnight Eastern time, I believe. So the sales page will say that. So anyway, if you have any questions, whatever, hit me up in the group Lead Generation Source, which is on Facebook for those who are not our members, and I'll include that in the link on YouTube and on this page if you're on the sales page, or on my review page. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the group, and I'll see you on Wednesday, and I'll probably rave about this again on Wednesday. Have a great day.